Hello, welcome to Inner Growth. This is Wendy Rodriguez, and welcome to my healing journey. I am super excited to get started and to speak on a numerous amount of hard topics and share my self-reflection throughout all the adversity I've faced. My intention is to create a community of like-minded people that empower one another to know their greatness and to discover their true strength and identity in this world. I am so grateful to have all of you watching and hungry for change. Thank you for your time. And remember, being free is exactly who you are meant to be. Many blessings. Hi everyone, welcome to Inner Growth, Healing is a Journey. I'm Wendy Rodriguez, and I want to talk about just a small little clip, a little short video of seeking failures, and seeking spontaneous moments in your life to continue to grow and learn as a person. As you can tell right now, that I am standing instead of sitting, which is so different for me. I've already recorded a couple of videos, and it is so different for me to kind of get in my element of, talking and having it flow really well. I don't know if it's just because sitting to me feels a lot more comfortable, but I'm gonna be uncomfortable right now and just stand, even though it seems a little awkward for me to be standing. I'm gonna do it because I really want to try to do something a little bit different and show that like getting out of your comfort zone really helps you grow. It really makes you feel yes, this works for me, no it doesn't. And so trying new things, obviously you'll never know unless you try. So I'm gonna be standing the whole video. It's a little different for me. I might be shimmying around a little bit more, so you're welcome. A little dance. So one of the examples I want to give, or I guess the only example that I felt was a huge example for me, was just this last weekend. I went to a bachelorette party. And I went to a bachelorette party of this friend of mine that literally I haven't seen in like a bazillions of years, it seems like. She came to me, I did her hair, and then she's like, oh hey, this weekend is my bachelorette, you should come through. And I wouldn't say I'm 100% comfortable being around a group of women that I don't even know, that are all new, and especially since I know this friend, but not really, kind of, and so I didn't really know the environment it was going to go in. I knew that it was going to be not my comfort zone, and so I knew that I wanted to do it. I've been seeking risk, and I've been seeking failure lately in my life, and obviously spontaneous things. This was like from one day to the next. She told me it was going to be the weekend, and I'm generally like, oh, okay, like let me set you in my planner. Like if you're not a part of the planner, then don't ask me. So I've been really working on that. I said yes, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And I had prepped myself. I had spoken to myself, and I said, okay, Wendy, you're gonna show up and not judge yourself and not compare yourself to anybody else, and really truly just be friendly to everyone, whether or not they have this face. And you all know what type of face that is, so I don't even have to say it. So I went in there. I was one of the first ones that went in and sat down, didn't know anybody besides the bride. There's two girls that came in, and then I think two after, just like a couple minutes after. The first two girls, I was like, hi, how are you? I'm Wendy, nice to meet you. How do you know the bride? And they were kind of, reluctant to talk to me a little bit. They're just kind of like, oh, hi, like I don't even know you. So they were kind of talking to me. The other two girls that came in, I, did the same. Hi, I'm Wendy, nice to meet you. And they completely ignored me, which was just it was funny to me. I don't know why people ignoring me is funny. Like I probably shouldn't laugh, but it's a little awkward if someone talks to me, I can't just like ignore them, like to me, even like a random person on the street, like, hey ma'am, and I like turn, what, instead of just like walk in, mind my own business. I wouldn't say I'm 100% the best person to travel with, because I talk to anybody and everybody, and people are like, dude, like be careful, not the point. Anyways, so they ignored me, and I was like, that's fine. Like I wasn't taking it like on me or anything like that. And so I started talking to the other two girls, and then more girls started coming, and then we all just kind of started talking. And it was a super fun bachelorette, but besides that, I felt really proud that I had put myself in an environment that's super uncomfortable for me generally, and made a couple new friends, and so when I do go to the wedding, because I'm single and because I don't know anybody else, I I'm gonna go by myself, and so I'd rather like know just a couple, people to dance with and all this stuff. And so it was super nice to meet all these women, because I really want to start forming a really nice group of female friends. I feel like some people can relate to me where it's like guys are a little bit easier to talk to sometimes as a female, instead of a female and female friendship. Or maybe it's just been in my head that like, oh, it's super hard to meet girlfriends, to like hang out with and without them being judgy, and just super, like I want uplifting people in my life. And I guess I haven't been seeking, so I haven't been finding, but now I am. And so that was something that I just felt like sharing, because I felt like I set myself up for failure. I set myself up for people to ignore me, and they did. But then other people didn't at the same time, and so it kind of gave me a little bit more confidence. I feel like the more you fail, the more confidence you get. As weird as that sounds, to me, I was just like, oh, they ignored me, but these people didn't. And so like it's almost like the one yes out of the 100 no. It gives you that boost where you're like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep doing this. And so it was a fun and almost like uncomfortable feeling for me, and I want to do that again. I want to, if someone invites me just randomly, hey, do you want to go to this situation, I generally have been going to these places with people. One of my buddies from high school, maybe like 10 years ago, invited me to go work out with him. Usually I would be very nervous and I would be like, no, it's okay, like trying to stall or invite other people to go. I would make sure to have like all my makeup on and like be all like everything, it's my first time that he's gonna see me and all this stuff. And no, I literally was just like, yeah, sounds great, let's do it, let's catch up, whatever. I literally had been running errands all day. I would say that I just looked like I was gonna work out. Like I wasn't ready, I didn't have makeup on, I didn't have anything. And to me, that made me feel good to be able to do that with just any random person. I feel like the more mature I'm getting, the more confident I'm getting, / the more I try not to let other people's opinions matter of what I do, and that is so liberating. And I know that it didn't come from one day to the next. I've been working on it every single day pretty much, because I still catch myself feeling like uncomfortable and not okay. But that, I would say, is another failure, because I would go and being as who I am, doing what I want to do. What if that person was rude to me or said like, oh, like you've let yourself go, or something super rude, and I ended up going anyways and still went, and I had a great time, and I got to know their story and I told them my story, and we're going through the same similar stories, and so then he has a group of friends that he was like, oh, like we can all hang out. And so I'm really, really networking with a lot of new people, with a lot of new activities that I want to start doing, and it's just so fun. Like it's fun and it's scary, and he invited me climbing. I've never been climbing before, and so just different things like that. I just think that the point of all of this is just kind of like, if you're continuously taking risks, you will continually fail, which is awesome, because then you'll learn and then you'll build confidence over that. You'll almost like build a callus over the failure and not be so scared. And so then if you're not scared, then you start living, and then you're living to the max, because you're constantly doing things that make you uncomfortable. And that literally is my motto. I feel like the most uncomfortable that you are, the more that you're living. And it's so contradicting kind of, but I believe that 100%, and I'm living that, and I love it. I am just super excited. I want everybody to try taking risks, seek out failure, and truly, truly, truly know that it is beautiful. Like it's a beautiful challenge, and you honestly feel so much better. Maybe at the moment not so much, but a little bit later you're like, I've already been in this situation, I could do it again, I know that I've been there, I can do it, and so I empower you to know that it's possible, everything is possible, and just get out there. I know that times are difficult, but I do know that taking risks, whether with people or in your careers or with relationships or your house or something like that, like it just takes you that much closer to becoming your full authentic self. And that to me is beautiful. And so with that, I leave you, hey, I did it standing up the whole time. That's super cool. I'm excited. This was good. Just remember, you are unconditionally loved, unconditionally valued, and unconditionally enough by just being you. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. And please continue watching. I'm going to continue to do this literally as many times as I can. And I would love to get more views so I can help more people and uplift more people. And so make sure to tell your friends about me and tell your friends about inner growth in general and how much it's helped you. I would hope that it has. I love you all.